Welcome back, everybody, to our part two of this interview, which we are doing with Nitin from Let's Try in order to support Make in India, Vocal for Local, and Atmanirbhar Bharat initiatives started by Union Government of India. We were having some great conversation in part one. If you have missed part one by any chance, do go through the link and enlighten yourself about a lot of stuff which Nitin has already discussed. And in this part, we'll grill Nitin with our tough questions. And I've just spoke to him and I told him that, Nitin, brace yourself because now the questions are actually coming which are going to be tough. And he was like, shoot them up. I'm all ears. So, Nitin, how are you feeling now? Let's say, for example, we had first round of our interview. So, are you excited enough? You braced enough?
Yeah, really excited.
Thank you.
So I think question for you might be looking really hard, but it is normal for me.
For any entrepreneur, after taking such challenges, actually understand. So the very first question is, and this is actually related to the hospitality of the business as well, right? So in the company and during your deliverables, so how would you describe hospitality towards the customers? And this is going to be very important for people who are pursuing, who are into MBAs or who are, into business management, etc. So a successful company likes of yours, what are your key factors of it and how do you really manage it?
Especially one thing, I actually make sure that we are very close to the people. We are very close to our consumer in terms of getting the feedback from them. Making a product is one side, but getting the feedback from the consumer is another part. In case you are ignoring that, you might, put yourself into a trouble after some time. So that's what we try to do. We even if you see our packaging, there is a number mentioned over there. People can get in touch with us through LinkedIn, through Insta, through WhatsApp also. You hardly see any company where people can, go to WhatsApp and can message to the company. And can directly discuss with the, and fortunately till this time I was using that number which was a customer care number. I was trying to get the maximum feedback from the consumer because if there is anything which consumer want and the feedback they want to give to the company, I would be able to get that feedback from the consumer directly, and that actually has helped me a lot into devising my strategy into other parameters I should work upon, because consumer is the one thing which will give you a feedback not without any bias thought. If they like the product, they will call you, they will tell you product was really good. If they don't like the product, they will call you and tell you, boss, you have a pathetic product. And you end up trying to get the work on those feedback and can improve the products. So that's what we try to do to get to close to our consumer. That's what we did.
So, and
that was, I think, the best thing which we tried to do, and it is the greatest way to show your hospitality to the consumer when you are there to listen. Okay. And people have also appreciated that that they are able to get to a right because few consumer told us, I thought whether anyone will pick up the phone or not. So those was the feedback in case they are calling to give the feedback to the consumer. And they were shocked to see when I told them, you are talking to the founder of the company and your feedback has been taken really into a consideration. So that was one thing which consumer really liked, and we will try to keep on listening those feedback in future as well.
Very important, and it can actually act as a USP as well. If I'm a customer and I'm directly speaking to the founder, so I feel like connected as well. There is somebody sitting at that position who is actually listening to me, and I'm quite sure that as the founder is listening to me, will take the needful actions as well. That's very important insight actually. So
till the time call count was less, it was really happy. It was really good. But once you get started calling even from 100 or 200 people, it becomes really difficult. But definitely I will try to keep a close watch onto these feedbacks. I have a separate now. We have hired a separate one team member who only focus on these calls, on this feedback from the consumer, and also if there is anything, people can get back to us, and the person is directly in touch with me, so there is no hierarchy into it. So the consumer is calling, we will listen to it and we'll share the feedback. Every day we have one sheet flowing up to me where we get to know the feedback from the consumer. Even people who are actually buying from our website, there is a person who calls them once the product is delivered to them, and they get the feedback. And that's what we are trying to ensure, to get the maximum feedback from the consumer, because that's something which will help us in future. Even there were many agencies who approached us, who told us that they want to give us a review on Amazon, and they will get the right review for your brand. You just need to pay them. I didn't pursue that, because I wanted to get the right feedback from the consumer, no matter what. Even if any consumer is saying this product is bad, I actually want to listen to that. And I just went to the reason why it was bad for one consumer and it was great for other consumer. I tried to find the reason. There were many issues with the with the distribution partner as well, where we saw that one product kept behind the shelf for 3 or 4 months, and it was not FIFO was not maintained at retailer side, where after 6 months, when the product was going to expire, it was delivered to the consumer. And that's where I realized that same product is there. One person is saying it was great, one person is saying it is not great, and there were a lot of things which we get to know by focusing on the feedback. So that's where I focused on. I don't believe in getting the wrong reviews for my product. I want to get the right feedback from the consumer, no matter what. So that's where we try to work upon. We were able to find a lot of issues, a lot of reasons why there was if one consumer is not happy, then what was the reason. We try to work on those individual feedback as well, which actually has made us where we are today. Exactly.
That's very important, and most important, I think it helps at such initial stage. It really helps to bring the quality as well. If you take constant feedbacks from the customers, and even if 60 or 70% of are really genuine, you take inspiration from those feedbacks and accordingly adapt your product, build your product, come up with more such varieties, improve the quality as well. So I think that is one of the key factors, and every entrepreneur, every business who is running, doesn't matter at what stage you are, taking feedbacks from the customers, genuine feedbacks, appreciating their, because even if customer is investing his or her time and letting you know that this is what needs to be changed, so one should really consider it as a positive stuff. Somebody is investing their time. So very important USP, as well as a takeaway, we should say. So moving to next question, and very relatable. So do you believe that the customers are always right?
I believe if the chunk of customer is right, then the customers are right. If some customers are not right, you can definitely work on those things. Okay, because we are into the business where we want to satisfy maximum chunk of people. Okay, but even if currently we don't have that big data with us, even if some consumer are not right, we actually listen to them. We try to work on those feedbacks, and that actually work for us. Even if any feedback, even if consumer is saying no or consumer is saying yes, that actually working for us. So I would say, for me, every customer is right, honestly.
That's really good to know, and I really think that this will help people to get more or gain more confidence with the brand, because I'm quite sure people will be listening and feeling like, okay, there are founders who believe that customers are right. So that's a good stuff. So
that's all about customers only.
Pardon?
If that's all about customers only. If you say customer is wrong, they will let you know in future. What. So you have to say customer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So for any entrepreneur, the best thing is to listen to your customer. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So anything and all the things, basically, what are the things which are in pipeline for late 2022 or early 2023, if you'd like to highlight that as well?
So as I said, that we want to be a brand where everybody, from young to old people, they can try our product. If some people have a specific requirement in terms of having a non-fried totally healthy snack, we will be there. If some people have a traditional some inclined towards a traditional snack, so we'll be there. So as far as snacks category is concerned, you leave lunch, breakfast and dinner, and between these three meal time you get any snacks, we will try to be there. So let's try will try to have a some occupancy in those period of eating time. So for हर घर, जैसे मेरी सिस्टर ने बोला था वहाँ पे ऑन अ शार्क टैंक, हर वर्ग और हर तरह के लोगों के लिए हम स्नैक्स बनाना चाहते हैं. So that will be our main vision, and we will keep on launching SKUs in a specific time to achieve that vision.
That's good to know.
And so as you see that launching a product is not easy. There is a cost involved behind it.
Absolutely.
So we will be very cautious about managing our funds and managing a new product line. But it will be there. So down the line we are saying the vision which other company might take 10 years, we would be trying to achieve it by 2023. So we'll be able to have all those snacks into our basket by 2023 for sure.
That's really good to know. So how are the two great sharks are helping in shaping or in building Let's Try?
So actually I would say first of all, their name was enough. Okay, once their name was associated with the best thing, I would say Anupam Aman was the first one who trusted the brand with their money. Okay, people come and say a lot of good things, people come and say a lot of bad things, but there are very few people who come and say I will invest in your brand. So apart from me and my family, I think there were the two people, Aman and Anupam, who were the first one who said yes to us and with their money. So that itself give a huge mileage to the brand, when the brand is being trusted by these entrepreneurs, and also with the kind of confidence consumer are showing to our brand. So that has worked really well for us. Even suppose you have a discussion, I was having discussion with Aman, and his small input did a wonder for a brand. Okay, so once he say, okay, you need to change your website or those things from Earth Crust to Let's Try, we did that, and even a small input worked a lot for us. So we are looking forward to have those discussions with them continuously, so that even a small input can work in a manner where we would be able to stop those expenses, which if we would not have those inputs with us, we might spend on that. Right. So I think we are looking forward to learn from their journey and not to do the mistakes which they might have done and ended up spending more. We would be able to save on that part by learning from their journey.
That is very important actually. So they suggest you, I'll ask you your suggestions for upcoming entrepreneurs to toil day and night to see their brand more successful than ever. So what advices will you give to budding entrepreneurs?
Okay. So I think I would say only one thing. If you are entering into entrepreneurship, just dive it and give you 100%. Even if you are 90%, you are 80%, you are gone. You have to give 100% because according to me, it's a lonely road. Okay, right. And people might come and see you when you get a success, but that is only a 1% of your journey. If I talk about we were there on Shark Tank 4-5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, people saw us, they considered it as a success, but 99% is what no one sees, and entrepreneur has to go through it and they have to face everything on their own. No one is going to teach you. You fail, you are the one who failed. You get success, people come and enjoy, then they move away. So if you're thinking about entering into this this profession, just give you 100%. Even if you're 99%, I think the success will take some time, but if you're 100% successful, definitely will be there. The
That's
failure
great.
and
Because I'm seeing that there is a wave. You must have felt it as well, that there is a wave and people are even leaving their jobs. They are coming directly into the market, and then they are realizing it's a tough journey indeed. And I'm quite sure that even entrepreneurship, and you please enlighten me if I'm correct here, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It is obviously worth of a shot. There is no denial of it, but the actual reality of it is like more than 80%, or sometimes some figure says more than 90% businesses doesn't sustain even for 3 years. So you enlightening us that until unless you are not 100% sure, you should not be coming into it, you should not be leaving your job, and you should actually, when you are 100% sure, then get into it. It makes great sense. So what are your 2 cents on that?
so. Okay, I don't know about that figure. After 3 years, most of the companies doesn't survive. Might
Yeah.
be. I have also seen that there are a lot of companies, a lot of startups coming into this category, but after a few years, you don't see that.
Right.
Okay. Um, so I actually didn't. So I forgot your question because I just entered into the
Right.
thought
So
process
do
that.
you echo, like I absolutely echo with the fact that until unless you're not 100% sure that you should be coming into this journey, so you should be taking a pause, thinking about the factors which are going to impact your business, and then come into it. So do you echo with the same? Do you believe that yes, that is one of the important key factor of somebody who is about to enter into entrepreneurship, that until unless you're not so sure what exactly gonna happen, and if I'm not too much sure about my idea, I should sit, think about it, and then only come to it.
No, I'll say one thing. Suppose you have an idea and you want to work on that idea.
Yeah.
I just want that give you 100%, because now what we see that someone is seeing other person. Okay, that person has become an founder and he has got such a success. I should also enter into it. That should not be the right way to enter into it. Seeing someone else.
Yeah.
It should come from inside that okay, this is something which I believe in, and this is something which I will be able to achieve. In case no one else is supporting me, I myself will be able to stand for my idea, and I will put everything what is required till the end. That is something we should focus upon rather than following other path. People now says that we will become an entrepreneur, we will focus on this idea, we will get funding, then our business will be through, and we will become a millionaire and all those things. So those kind of things that you are following up someone else. Okay, that will not all the time you don't get the right same kind of returns the way other person has got. It is all it's all you. Suppose you enter by seeing someone else, you might struggle. You might have to face a lot of things which you wouldn't have even believed. So I just want to tell one thing: if you are sure of, don't think about any other person. If you have an idea, you believe in that idea 100%, you should go on. Okay, success and failure will be a part of it, but once you keep on doing consistent effort into developing your business, that's something. But if you follow someone else, you will see that person, that idea, that business has done well, my idea will also done well, then I think you will struggle, because it is full of uncertainty. I'll say one thing: once you are into job, it is fully certain you will get the salary at the month end. Yeah. But once you have become an entrepreneur, it is totally uncertain. Anything can happen with anybody. Okay, and suppose you are entering into this line thinking about all the good things, life will stuck you with really hard hitting facts, real challenges in life, which you might be able to struggle once you're not 100% sure about your idea, or you don't believe in yourself. So that's something which I think everyone should focus upon. They're entering it, just believe it. If it is coming from inside and you are 100% sure about it, and you are ready to give everything to get that idea work, then only you should enter. Otherwise, things will be a little difficult.
I echo you on that. Absolutely, I echo you on that. And this brings me to the very last question. Your comments on such initiatives like of Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Vocal for Local, and our campaign as well, which Pharoscion Global is running to interview people likes of you, and let everybody know the struggle behind the success. So your precious comments.
So I would say it is really great effort by the government where they're focusing more on making India, local, vocal for local. So that's actually really helping, Indian entrepreneurs to do well. What happened previously, there was a scenario where, MSME used to run the economy. Okay.
Right.
But now then we saw that, few industries are, dominating this, manufacturing plus, this entire area where MSME has suffered drastically. Okay, but now I'm seeing a new era where people are focusing on MSME back, which is actually giving the right employment to the Indian people. So I think government should have more impact on this MSME sector where they can push this sector where they should be after a certain period of time, because that's something which actually focus on giving the right employment to the people, because even if you go to a big organization, they mostly focus on economies of scale. And when we talk about economies of scale, we talk about how to reduce the size of the company in terms of people heads.
Yeah.
So, but when we talk about MSME, they actually are people-centric organization, people-centric people who believes in we should give salary to the we should give salary to the people who have certain dependent people on them. So that's where real India lies, and that's where government should put more focus on developing that era where right employment and opportunity can be given to crores of people.
Right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Please, we are all ears.
So I was saying one more thing. Previously I would say that I was the only one who was earning salary, and my salary used to come and go. So there was no saving. But now I see, once I started my company, now there are 24 families who are getting the employment. They are, I really feel happy that, even if I'm paying some money to some people, they have, dependent people on them, and they feel really happy. And, that's a great feeling where, for the last 14 years, I was earning salary. It was going, here and there, and I didn't have any saving. Now, there are 20 families who are getting their livelihood from Let's Try brand. And I think going forward, it is going to be 100 families. And, in that 100 families, there are 4 or 5 members. So around 400 or 500 people will be getting their livelihood from Let's Try. And that is totally unimaginable. So I was not able to, now if I think about this part, that is really inspiring that, my brand is able to already give livelihood to around 100 people.
Yeah, that matters a lot. And I think this is one of such key reasons entrepreneurs always feel like this extended family is also my family. Like if show will run, then they will earn as well. So, I must say that such thoughts are really needed, and every entrepreneur needs to have such, so that they can contribute to the society as well for the good. This brings
now
us,
I think the table has also changed. Previously I was worrying about my salary. Okay, the salary come in head. Now, I haven't drawn any penny from the business in last 1 year. But I'm always worried about, next week I have to pay salary to the people, and, I should give something extra to them. When I will be able to tell them, boss, your salary has been increased by 10%, so that I can see the smile on their face. Absolutely. And, that is something which has become my dream, irrespective of knowing that I haven't drawn any penny from the business. So that is something the table has totally turned around. And I even now within 1 year of operation, we have told to some of our employees that your package has been increased, and the kind of happiness you see on their face, it is great. And hopefully we'll be able to announce such kind of news in frequent months to all the people of Let's Try, so that our consumer, we feel really happy to see our consumer happy after trying our product, and we really feel happy when the people who are working with us are also happy in terms of remuneration, in terms of increment, in terms of uh, you know whatever they are drawing from the company. So
right. And this is, I think everybody whoever is starting should take inspiration that, and should feel that as well. You're not alone. You have family, and then you have extended family, and all these families are actually trusting on you. So you have to deliver. You have no second option available. So very important.
Yes, we don't.
Very important factor.
We don't have second option. That's you said really right. Because I really feel I hope I should never face that time where I should say no to someone who has worked with us. Okay, because we don't have money to pay you. So we always want that's why I put even 24 hours are less for me, because I know in case the company is not able to deliver on their targets or achievements, we will not be able to have a bigger family with us in future. So that's the main issue, main push for us as well, and main agenda of us as well, that we should add more member in terms of consumer or in terms of family into our portfolio.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Like I'm thrilled. I do have goosebumps. We have came to an end of this round as well, and the last round obviously. But thank you so much, Nitin. It was too insightful. I'm inspired on a very serious note, and I'm quite sure that people who are watching this, they are now inspired as well. Thank you so much from Pharoscion Global family as well. We wish Let's Try a great success ahead. 2022, 23, 24, 25, 2030 and 2050 as well. Yeah, and we will be very happy to host the entire co-founder team some other day as well in our next such sessions too. And I hope that you'll bring some time, you'll spare some time for us for the upcoming sessions as well.
Sure. Thanks, Rishi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody. This was really all from our side as well, and we shall see you in the very next episode. Thank you so much.
Okay.